Go.
So, Abby, last time we had talked about how you and Cody's relationship had been straining. How's that going? Everything's getting better? Has he still been saying stuff about when you guys weren't together and missing the birth of your child?
I don't know. He still says it, and I don't think he even realizes he says it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just comes out. And he doesn't realize how it feels.
Right. Have you told him how it makes you feel?
I've tried, but it's hard to get him to be serious.
Right. Have you told him, Cody, I need you to be serious right now. It really bothers me.
Yeah, he laughs at me like he's 2. And that leads back into the classic argument, Cody, you're a grown-up. Quit acting like you're a damn child. I'm tired of raising 2 kids, yada, yada, yada. And then he gets mad because I'm talking to him like I'm his damn mother and well, what am I supposed to do?
Have you tried writing a list down and having him read the list of things that are bothering you?
No, I know you suggested that, but I just haven't gotten to it. I mean, it's just, I guess I get so frustrated and I'm done. And I just walk out of the room, or he walks out of the room, and, it's fine, whatever. And we start doing something else. And he, in his mind, he's a typical man. Oh, give it 10 minutes, he'll be over it. For me, it's, boy, you kidding me? This shit's piling up. And I'm like checking it off. Just keep adding it up.
So for him, it's things are just, we talked about it, it's fine, whatever. But for you, it's...
We didn't talk about it.
We didn't talk about it. Things aren't getting better. We're still stuck in that same place. So you're all at our plateau, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Have you talked to him maybe about some marriage counseling or some kind of counseling for that?
He won't do counseling.
He won't do counseling.
I mean, I've never talked to him about it. I guess I could try. But just knowing him, he forgets. I think that's the biggest thing. He forgets. I know him almost better than he knows himself. Right. And, to bring that stuff up, it's not crazy. Right. Let's go in there. We have a rough past. Mm-hmm. Well, let's go in there and let's talk about it to somebody who's not my friend or your friend who's going to take sides. Let's talk about it to someone who's mutual. And he won't do it.
He won't do it, but you said you hadn't asked him yet.
Well, I've asked him before about counseling, not for marriage, but just overall, and he has laughed it off like it was a big old joke, and he's like, no.
With your wedding coming up, do you guys have to go through counseling to the church that way? Is that something that maybe
Well, it's not necessarily counseling. Like, we do, like, an engagement weekend where we go and we spend the whole weekend listening to couples that have been married for different spans of time, the past that they've had, how that they made it through it, how to have a healthy relationship and all that. And I think, for me, it's really inspirational. And I take a lot out of it, but that's because I'm the Catholic one. Mm-hmm. So for me, that's my religion, and I get it. He's never had a religion. He's never gone to church. So he doesn't know how to look into it and pull from it like I do. And so it's like, okay, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah. Have you... So your pastor or your priest, so you guys don't have to do like accept marriage counseling like 6 months before your wedding or anything like that?
We already basically met. It's just kind of meeting with him, saying this is where we're standing, this is what we want to do. He agrees upon it, and then we move from there. We have natural family planning courses that we've already attended that one. He made a huge joke out of that. We went in there, and I was taking it serious. It's all about, planning out your cycle so you know exactly when to have kids. They even gave us tips on to plan a boy. He's all about having a boy. Right. They gave us tips for that. And he just makes a joke about it. He's all like, oh, did you check today? Huh? Did you make sure you checked? Did you chart? Right. I'm like, don't I always? He's like, I don't want it. I'm like, okay. And then he's always like, well, why don't you want to be pregnant right now? Because if I can't even get you to be serious about the pre-pregnancy, what am I supposed to do when I'm actually pregnant? I'm all hormonal.
Right, because he wasn't there. He didn't experience with you last time.
Yeah.
Right?
And so he's ready to experience it, as the whole pregnancy. He doesn't understand that for me, it's not all fun and games. And I don't want to be pregnant now and then miss out on my wedding. Because I'm not going to be the bride that's walking down the aisle when I'm 8 months pregnant.
Right. You don't want to be that.
You don't want to be that person. And he doesn't understand that. I have it planned out, and I'm trying to work with the Catholic Church is trying to work with us on that. Mm-hmm. And we have another meeting where we go and talk to a family who's done nothing but natural family planning. They have 5 beautiful kids and a great marriage and all this because they did it the Catholic way. And, he's like, why do we have to go talk to them? Like, he doesn't understand any of it. He doesn't look at what it's for. It's just, stupid meeting.
Right. He doesn't understand what's happening, why it's happening, why you're making him go.
Exactly.
Do you think there are any other approaches you could take with him, maybe, to get him to be more serious? Could you tell him, I don't want to be pregnant with you, I don't want to have another child until you're ready to grow up?
I've tried that, and then it's, because it's blah, 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 and it's all me just ragging on him. Because that's what he's used to.
So he's taking it as an attack.
Yeah.
Instead of, I'm being serious, I want you to be mature and responsible instead of just being, making everything a joke.
Yeah, because when I say it to him, I'm saying it as, I need you to be ready. I need to know that you're ready. And I think a lot of it is he doesn't understand how much it hurts. Because I almost fear for pregnancy. Yeah. Because I think of last time. I got pregnant last time.
And he left.
And so I'm like, okay, even though we'll be married this time, what's stopping you from leaving? Yeah. When my hormones start kicking in and I don't have control over me yelling at you for stupid little things, are you just going to get mad again and go off and find someone else and leave me?
Right.
Because that's exactly what happened last time. And he doesn't understand that. He doesn't understand how much it hurts.
So you've talked to him about how much it hurts, though?
I've told him over and over, Cody, you don't understand how much it hurts. Yeah. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't understand that it hurts, yada yada. And he's not, and it's an attack. Because growing up, that's all it ever was. He was never talked to. It was always an attack. You effed up. You are a screw up. That's all you're ever going to be, yada yada. So I think it's just, and I know it's hard for him. I know he doesn't like being reminded of the past. Yeah. But in my mind, you need to own up to it so we can work past it. Until you own up to it, we can't move on. Right. And that's where he doesn't understand it. I think a lot of it, too, is hard because I've had the family support and he doesn't.
Right. So his family doesn't support him hardly at all. They're always attacking. And
they don't
talk to him, they talk at him.
Well, they don't talk, period, now. They've disowned him, which is a big part. And they say it's my fault. So there's another struggle we're dealing with. And you're right, they've never talked with him. Right. They've talked at him. And it was, you sit there, you take it in, and damn it, you stop doing whatever the hell you've done that's screwed up, and you fix it. Okay, now get the hell out of my house. That was their conversations. It wasn't, son, I'm disappointed, you should have done something different. I'm not happy with the way things are going right now.
Right.
Let's think about fixing it, like my parents did. Mm-hmm. So I view life the way my parents taught me to. He views life, unfortunately, the way his parents taught him to.
Right. So, does all of this affect Liliana at all?
It does, because, and I don't think he realizes that it does, and a lot of times I forget, and I have to stop myself, because we'll get into the fights, and she's always in the room, and she'll just stop. And she'll be playing, laughing, next thing you know, she stopped. Or I've noticed that, I'll be holding her, and we'll get into a fight about it, and she'll start and she'll start slapping me, trying to get my attention so we stop. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, it's starting to affect her. Yeah. And he'll do, if he yells at me, she starts crying. Mm-hmm. And she doesn't want to go to him the rest of the night, because I think she's scared that he's going to yell at her.
Right. Does he notice the effects it has on Will?
He noticed, like, he doesn't really notice when we're fighting. He notices that, like, he'll be playing with me. I'm like, ow, 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 get off me. You know, like, he'll be trying to tickle me. And she'll start crying because I'm saying ow. And then he's like, oh, thanks, you made the baby mad at me. Yeah. And, like, he doesn't realize, he realizes it in a playful, when it happens during play, but not during fights.
Have you tried to tell him that how you think it's affecting Liliana?
I've tried, and he's just like, oh, well, she's just young.
Right. Right. But does he not see that? Maybe he doesn't see that how y'all's relationship right now is starting to maybe be like his when he was young and how his parents' relationship was. Maybe he doesn't see that the way that things are now are going to affect her later on.
I think that's part of it.
Part of it. So maybe today we should make a list. We can work on your list of things that are bothering you, and then we can talk about it, and we can talk about some ways to approach Cody about it. Does that sound good?
Yeah, it's a start. I'll take it because I think that's right. I'm needing a start.
Mm-hmm. And you just write things down, maybe it'll help you get a start so you can actually approach him and talk to him in a calm manner.
Mm-hmm. All right.